Well, finally, today is the last day of the two sessions. My reporting journey is coming to an end. I don't have any tasks today, but I'm still gonna go to the Great Hall of the People to witness the closing ceremony of the National People's Congress. You know, we're reporters, always want to be in the field. Well, it is my very first time reporting on the two sessions. I'm pretty new, but for most of my colleagues, they are veterans. How many times have you been reporting the two sessions?
5 or 6 times. 18次了吧。
In case you have no idea what I'm talking about, what is two sessions? The National People's Congress? Just remember that the National People's Congress, known as NPC, is China's top lawmaking body, and the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, CPPCC, is the country's top political advisory body. The annual meetings of these two are the two sessions, which is the country's most important annual political event. In the past 6 days, my colleagues and I have interviewed dozens of NPC deputies and CPPCC members, and for all of them, this is the last annual session of their 5-year term. Before the session is concluded, I want to give you a quick review. So on the opening day of the NPC, the Premier Li has announced that this year's GDP growth target is around 5.5%. Based on the interviews I've done with scholars and economists, the 5.5% GDP growth is achievable.
For the GDP growth target, it is not just a way of signal what policies are coming, but also a way to lift market confidence.
我们中国经济呢，基本面没有改变，而且中国经济呢，确实有很强的韧劲，还有很多的潜力。假如发挥出来了之后呢，这个任务是有信心能够完成的。
In the middle of the session, the Foreign Minister Wang Yi has answered 27 questions in a press conference, covering from the Ukraine crisis, China-US ties, and other regional hotspot issues. During his press conference, some of the words have appeared many times, like security, development, peace. So in almost every single question, he's calling for a global cooperation. Carbon emissions reduction is another hot topic in this year's two sessions. A couple of days ago, I talked with a professor at Tsinghua University who is also a top economist in China, and he told me that he believed the carbon tax may be an effective tool to achieve China's carbon neutrality goals.
When the government gradually raises the carbon tax, the carbon price will gradually increase, and that will actually lead, will guide, will facilitate today's investment in green power generation.
现在我宣布，中华人民共和国第13届全国人民代表大会第5次会议闭幕。
Well, this is it. It's all concluded. And our reportings of the two sessions are finished too. I'm actually pretty looking forward to next year's two sessions because it's gonna be a new term for the NPC deputies and CPPCC members, so which means that we will see new faces. If you want to know about China, I think two sessions is something that you can't miss. That you will know how democracy works in China. Our coverage of the two sessions are stopped here, but our reportings will never stop.